Hello po, ito po yung presentation ko, which is all about Biomimetic Architecture or biomimicry. It is the act of emulating models, systems, and elements in nature. It looks for inspiration using nature-inspired strategies for improving design. May it be mainly for aesthetic purposes, like the Lotus Temple from India, or systematic, like the Gherkin from London, which, by the way, takes inspiration from a sponge for structural stability. Or, perhaps the most famous nature-inspired architecture, which is also our topic by the way, comes from Zimbabwe, a building that calls itself. Pero, mamaya na yan. Pag-usapan muna natin to. Automation. Karamihan sa atin, pag sinabi yung word na to, instinctively, ang maisip natin ay machines, gadgets, or robots. Gaya na itong gumagala na vacuum. Sisiguraduhin niya na malinis yung sahig mo. Malupit yun, di ba? Napakajangas. Kahit ako, gugustuhin ko na may tagagawa ng mga bagay-bagay para sa akin. Wala ka masyado isipin kasi kusa na siya. Kaso, ang problema naman dun, masyado siyang mabigat, magastos. Kasi kinakailangan niya lagi i-monitor yung area kung malinis ba o hindi. Sabihin natin meron kang aircon. Pwede mong iset na bumukas sa gabi at pagpatak ng araw, matik na siya nagsasara. Kahit na hindi tumatakbo, quotation marks, yung aircon or nagpapalamig, umaandar pa rin siya sa background. Kasi meron siyang internal clock na nagsasabi kung oras na ba gumana or hindi. On a small scale, it probably doesn't matter. But scale it up, maybe to an industrial or business level, hindi pa rin siguro. Kung mayaman ka naman na, edi parang sentimo na lang ata sa'yo yung kuryente mo nun. Pero paano kung may pakika sa environment? Gusto mo tumulong sa Mother Earth, sa society, sa kinabukasan ng karamihan. Gusto mo yung benefits ng automatic na ventilation na di gumagamit ng maraming aircon. A building that cools itself. Located in Harare, Zimbabwe, is perhaps the most famous example of nature-inspired architecture. Comes from Mick Pierce, who was commissioned to design a retail and office building that is faced with an enormous problem. They typically have heat waves and record-breaking temperatures, especially during the summer. They need to come up with a solution that could help lessen the consumption of AC whilst improving the ventilation of the structure. He turned to nature and sought to learn from termites. Specifically, he started their homes called termite mounds, which he learned that they are actually covered in tiny holes that allowed air to pass through freely, like a lung that inhales and exhales throughout the day. He applied the concepts from his study to his work and made creative decisions on how to mimic the behavior of the mound. But how did he achieve it? How does it work? Firstly, he used materials that have a high thermal mass, like concrete and bricks, that could absorb a lot of heat without really changing temperature. Notice that the exterior of the building has a lot of small gaps, large surface area, and extended overhangs. This is to improve heat loss when it's cold during the night and lessen the heat absorption during the day. Inside the building, low-powered fans pull cold air through the shafts that extends to the top and disperses it to its floor. Concrete blocks absorb the cold, insulating the building and chilling the circulating air. During the day, when temperatures rise, warm air is vented up through the ceiling, which is then released by the chimneys. The temperatures inside the building are at 82 degrees Fahrenheit or 27 degrees Celsius during the day and 57 degrees Fahrenheit or 13.8 C during the night. And lastly, it uses 35% less energy among all the similar buildings across Zimbabwe. O diba, kalahin mo yun. Diba nakakamanga pre? Very inspirational. Lalong-lalo na para sa atin na aspiring or soon-to-be designers. Since its debut in 1996, it has become a global landmark for sustainability. What other innovations do you think can Mother Nature inspire us to create for the betterment of our home? Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Na joke lang. Yun na po. Tapos na. Finish.